Life of a Man Without a Family 101. Funny as I'm gonna start with saying my gratitude to the universe. PSA. I'm sitting on the toilet. Well, I'm squatting on the toilet. Because I don't sit on the toilet. You know, growing up, we had these non-modern toilets back home where I grew up in Benin, where you had to squat because if you sat on it, it wouldn't really feel as comfortable. But we were told to squat to use those. They weren't even toilets. They were like these big, big, big holes, like and just built with an exit where you could kind of squat on and shit in. But it. Why are we talking about shit? Shit, man. Fuck. You know. I started with gratitude, and I told you PSA that I was on the toilet, and I started ranting about toilets back home. Maybe it's because I miss my country. I miss the beautiful natural women. Oh my God, they're coming. The natural beauty of women is what I miss. Okay. Not just that, I miss the sincerity in love that women would have for men that show them true value. You know, it's like it's not hard to tell when a man values you. It's really not hard to tell when a man values you. If you pay close attention and you're not always on your phone when you're meant to be spending time with someone, you would notice their energy and how they interact with you. You know, how they look at you, how much they look into your eyes directly. You know, just the communication is not physical. It's very, very spiritual. And I'm just at that point of life where I don't communicate with people just based off their physical energy. You know, like that physical energy is just it's just it's like a mask, right? It's like the clothes we put on. Clothes we put on is just to cover, you know, the parts of ourselves that we don't want to show to the public. You know, based on how we live our lives today, no one walks around naked, so we put on clothes to cover parts that we consider private that we don't want to show to the world. So a lot of times someone's physical appearance might be disorientating as to what their energy might hold. But a lot of times, you know, who we allow ourselves to be within this external world, a lot of times defines it affects our internal world today. You know, you can't put on this image on the outside of not being of being something that you're not on the inside. Because what eventually happens is you create confusion within your own being. You know, you create this confusion that you're different things when you should be in alignment with one thing that you are, which is truth. You know, I don't consider myself to be a liar. I don't consider myself to be a liar, not no more. Because I sincerely I live my life in the utmost truth that I can, you know, and that's why I don't allow certain energies around me to corrupt my essence, because that's what happens. It's usually the energies of people around you that leads you to being corrupted from inside, and when you're corrupted inside, you start to live in lies. You know, it's not like it's living a life of truth is not what most people might make it seem like someone is trying to be perfect, or bro, it literally starts with you not wanting to hurt other people. It literally starts with not wanting to hurt yourself, period. It literally starts with not wanting to live in fear. That's where lies come from. Lies comes from fear. When you're embodying an energy of fear for something or someone, of course you're not gonna live in your truth, right? So lies at its core begins when one embodies fear and don't understand truth. They don't understand the power of truth. You know, like lies hold the power of fear over you, and truth holds the power of liberation. When you tell the truth, you're free. You're free from your own subconscious playing mind tricks on you about what you know to be fact or not fact. Because here's the thing, your subconscious is always present. It's always trying to, your subconscious is who's trying to lie to you. Your subconscious is connected to more than just you. And that's the part that wants to connive you from yourself. So that when you do connive you from yourself, nigga, you could go lying to the world and saying you didn't do something. There's an awareness in you that knows you've done it. It knows you're lying. It knows if you're telling the truth. You know, and that's the energy of God. You know, this word is so so lost within itself. Like I've deconstructed everything about like the parts of myself that like I might not be in total control of at times, right? Which I've worked really hard on taking control back off, because like I don't like to say that I'm not responsible for any parts of myself. It don't matter, you know. I don't like to say that I'm not responsible for any parts of myself, you know. But just when you become aware, you become responsible. Once you're aware, you can't say, "Oh, I didn't know," or "I don't know." No. Once you become aware, you know, and you got to remain in that knowing, because source is making you responsible for what you know now. It's not gonna give you a get by pass, you know, for not, you know, consciously fighting your battles when you know what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know who you are and how you live your life, but I would say that if you live your life in lies, you're wasting your essence on this earth. You're accumulating a lot of karmic debt. You know, and these karmic debts are energetic. It's not things you could pay for with money. But they say energy and time is money in this world. So in some way or the other, you're gonna have to pay for it with your energy and time, which might add up to money for some. But to our divine creator, it's all about energy, frequencies, and vibration. You know, the higher you vibrate, the more you connect with your source. And to vibrate high, you don't need anything but truth, embodiment of truth. Anything else that you do that puts you in a high vibration plus your truth, nigga, you throwing punches, nigga. You trying to break through the dome. You know what I mean? Like you on some other level shit. you know. But every day, you should talk to yourself, talk to God, you know. Seek guidance, seek knowledge from your higher self. Who's your higher self? How do you identify your higher self? Your higher self, bro. Your higher self is that inner knowing. That inner compass that's like, no, don't do this. You know this ain't right. Bro, like we all have that voice. You know this ain't right. No, you know you ain't supposed to be doing this, bro. You know you ain't supposed to be outside at this time. Nope, 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 nope. You know you ain't supposed to be hanging around these people. Nope, nope. You know you ain't supposed to be talking about these things with these people. No, no, no. You know you ain't supposed to be sharing what you know about what not with these people. You know you ain't supposed to be, you know we have this inner knowing always telling us, you know you ain't supposed to be. You know, don't do it. Don't do it. That's the higher self. Don't do it. Stay to yourself. Stay to you. Your higher self is like trying to keep you away from the world, literally. Your higher self is trying to protect you from everything because it knows, it feels everything. It's aware of itself and all things at all times. Your higher self is trying to keep you away from yourself because your ego, your own ego will hurt you. Your ego that lives in you will hurt you. And your higher self is like, no, don't listen to your ego. Your ego is telling you lies about yourself. Your ego is telling you you're not enough. Your ego is telling you you should go chase after a tail. Your ego is telling you you need money to feel like somebody. Your ego is telling you you need money to speak your truth. Your ego is telling you, go steal, go kill and destroy, so you could have it all. Don't listen to your ego, okay? That's the battle. It's all within your mind. You know what's good to do. You know what's true. And as long as you're living in that truth, 1,000,000 will fall at your left. Maybe 1,000,000,000,000 will fall at your right. All around you, there are gonna be fallen soldiers who thought they could come against the word and the truth of God. But they all came to find out that there ain't no blemish on the truth when it's true to your experience and what you're seeing with your 3 eyes. You know what I mean? Your 3 eyes. You know what people don't realize is how present trees are everywhere. Even when you don't see a tree, there's something around you that the tree is part of. You are part of the tree. You tricking yourself into thinking that you're separate from this entity that's always present and aware of your foolishness. You know, when we say God is good, it's real. God is good. Often, we just don't know how to trust in God. We don't know how to trust in the truth. Why? Because the lies run this circus. And people think lies can save them. I used to think that. I used to live in lies because I thought lies could save me. Living in fear. Allowing men to control the narrative of my existence because I'm scared of my own truth. You dummy. You sick? Are you sick? You better wake up to your truth. Stop allowing people to control the narrative of your story because you fear what they'll do to you because of what you know to be true to you. Three, 3, 3.